journey around the fabulously diverse country of Greece. It'll take me from her historic cities to her most remote outposts. I'll be meeting Greeks from all walks of life and learning about their traditions and the way they live.
You see one, think that's a jumper, and then you think this one isn't, but it is.
Greece is also the birthplace of European history. This is where Western civilization began. Drama, democracy, language, science, medicine. This country has given us so much, and it's influenced the fabric of our everyday life. In this program, I'm going to explore some of the 1,400 Greek islands. Over the centuries, Greece's islands have attracted the attention of many invading forces. Perhaps the most famous of these is the Ottoman Empire. Between the 15th and 19th centuries, the Ottomans from Turkey dominated the seafaring nations of the Mediterranean, using the Greek islands as strategic bases for their ships. They were bitterly resented by the Greeks, whose own empire, 2,000 years before, had stretched from Athens to India. By the early 1800s, the people of Greece were on the verge of a revolution. One of the key revolutionaries was a woman called Bouboulina, who today is recognized as a national heroine. Her home has been preserved and is looked after by Philip Demertsis Bouboulis, a descendant of Bouboulina.
Yes, this is the big living room of Bouboulina's house. She was born actually inside a prison in Constantinople. She grew up here on Spetses. She married twice. Both her husbands died at sea with sea battles with the Barbarian pirates.
Did they have their own ships?
Their own ships, yeah. Yes. And they used to take her. They used to take her with the ships. You know, something unheard in those days for a woman to sail. And she inherited a very large fortune, which she spent it in the first 3 years of the Greek War of Independence. She gave all her fortune for our freedom.
In 1820, Bouboulina used the wealth she inherited from her 2 seafaring husbands and built a small navy of 8 ships to blockade ports against the ruling Ottomans. A year later, she was raising the Greek flag, having helped to liberate Nafplion, the city which would become the new Greek capital.
Now there's a very famous painting here in Greece. It is the original, and it shows Bouboulina attacking the castles of Nafplion. Look at the way the painter has made the men inside the boat. Look at the
Cowering,
faces.
fear.
All of them, they are scared.
Yeah.
In comparison to the way he has made Bouboulina, you know, standing up, you know, fearless. She is the only woman in world naval history that she's got the title of an admiral. An honorary title. An honorary title given to her after her death. Though.
But I think that must be a first in the whole world,
In the whole
isn't it?
world.
As she liberated islands and ports from the Ottomans, she risked her life to save others, particularly the women from the ruling pasha's harem. However, Bouboulina's last days were not to end at sea.
She had a very unfortunate end, of course. She was killed here on Spetses in a family argument, believe it or not. After all that. So it was a very tragic and inglorious, if you like, end for this woman that she did so much for her country.
Bouboulina may have had an inglorious end, but like our Boadicea, she's one of Europe's greatest heroines. Tomorrow, I'm traveling to Crete, Greece's largest island, whose history has been shaped by tyranny and warfare.